hello. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Hello, 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 hello. Come on in. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. How you doing? How you doing, Nora? How you doing? I want you to say I'm in a season where I'm building the life that I want. I want you to say, I'm building the life that I want. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? Minister Stephanie, I'm building the life that I want. I hope y'all are ready. I'm excited about today's teaching. I hope you all are enjoying this amazing Memorial Day. I hope it is everything that you wanted it to be. So we're going to talk about a few things. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I cannot complain. I cannot complain. God is good. If you're tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're on TikTok, if you could share the broadcast with 14 people, let's get the hearts up. If you're on Facebook, share this to your timeline and tag 4 amazing people. And if you are watching from YouTube, go ahead and share this with 4 of your friends in your phone. All right. Say, I am building the life that I want. One of the first things that we're going to talk about right now is vision before action. We're going to talk about vision before action. And so, we understand that we all have a vision of some type of, level. We have a vision on some type of level. Some people's vision is smaller than others, while others, the vision is huge, right? But I want you to understand a lot of times what happens is we may start building something without really knowing what our vision is in its fullness, right? In its fullness. And a lot of times that's because we do not take out the time to actually think about what it is that we want to build. Or sometimes our life does not look the way we want it to look. And so it's hard for us to say to ourselves, we are going to prosper in this. We can say that we have the dream, right? We can say that we're going to do something, right? We can say all of these things, but at the end of the day, we kind of limit ourselves because we're like, well, how I'm gonna pull this off? And so what we have to do is really take advantage of the Habakkuk 2:2 scripture, write the vision and make it plain. And so when you're writing your vision, I always say dissect your vision. Dissect your vision. So don't just write it down what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Dissect what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So if you want to start a business, you want to start a ministry, you want to buy a home, you want to get in a certain kind of relationship with a certain type of person, dissect that vision. Really sit with it, right? Get away from the noise and really sit with it and ask yourself, what does that really look like in depth? What does that really look like in depth? What does that look like from my healed self, right? Because I want you to understand that our visions can be blurred. We can have blurry vision. And we can have blurry vision because of our mindset, because of our circumstance, because of our situation. We can actually have blurry vision. So we don't see the vision in its fullness. How many of you can relate to that? We don't see the vision in its fullness because of betrayal, because of hurt, because of the past. And so we have to sit with it and then evaluate ourselves. Am I looking at my vision in its fullness? Or is there a wall up? Is something blocking it? These are the things that you want to be able to ask yourself, right? And as you ask yourself these questions, you then say to yourself, okay, what is it that I need to do now? Somebody say, I need to dissect my vision. I need to dissect my vision. And this is the thing. You got to realize that some of us, our vision is bigger than our upbringing. It's bigger than our surroundings. It's bigger than our circles. It's bigger than our friendships. And so we cannot speak on our vision to everybody. We cannot speak on our vision to everybody because everybody is not going to receive what it is that we are telling them, y'all, because they cannot think that big. They cannot think that big. And that does not mean that it's something wrong with them. Because a lot of times how we think is based off of our environment. Sometimes we literally close in or bring limitation upon a vision that God has given us because of who we are around, who's pouring into us on a consistent basis. And it blocks us from what it is that God really originally had planned for this vision that he gave you. Because God is the one that gave it to you. And he did not give it to you for it to stay small. And that's why I tell entrepreneurs, people that have vision, you got to go bigger. And you got to stop moving like it's small. You got to move like you know that what you carry is big. You got to move like that. You got to have in your mind, you got to value yourself, but you also got to value your vision. Somebody say that. I need to value myself and I need to value my vision. Because if you don't value yourself, then you're limiting your vision to the point where you can't even produce the way you need to produce. You can't even show up the way you need to show up because you don't believe that you have what it takes. Let me tell you something. I'm bold enough to say that I'm the best. In my industry, I'm bold enough to say that I'm the best. I know what I do behind closed doors. I know what I'm doing behind closed doors to tap into mastery in my area of expertise. The thing is, I want you to understand, if you don't believe that you are the best, you'll never get in alignment with becoming the best. You got to first believe that you're the best. You have to first believe that you have the ability to become the best. And if you don't believe it, you're going to move as if you don't even have a chance. And the doors that you are trying to open for your life, they will never be open for you because you're not moving like they should be open. Listen, whatever you focus on, you attract. What are you focusing on when it comes to your vision, when it comes to your purpose, when it comes to your destiny, when it comes to the plans that you have for your life? What are you focusing on? What are you talking about on a day-to-day basis? I mean, because some of you entertain things that are not even in alignment with what it is that you said you wanted to do for your life. And then months will pass, a year will pass, years will pass, and now you're saying to yourself, how did I get here? I haven't moved. I haven't done anything. Listen, the fact that you have a vision, it is showing you that your life is greater than your current state. Your life is greater than your current state. I don't care what it looks like. What do you want it to look like? You have the ability to build and create and establish the life that you want. You have the ability to build, establish the life, the business that you want. You have the ability to establish and build the relationship that you want. Now, will it come with certain sacrifices? Yes, it will. Will it come with some disconnections? Yes, it will. I was just telling a friend of mine yesterday, that disconnections and separations, they do not come because of what is shown. They come because of what is not shown. That means if I've made up in my mind that I'm going to get to a certain place in my life, and so behind the scenes, I am doing certain things when nobody else is watching, and I'm around a group of people or a person or two people, and they're saying that they're on one accord and they're in alignment with what I'm doing, but behind closed doors, we are not doing the same thing. Our focus is not the same. It's going to cause disconnection and separation. And it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It means that they are not in alignment with where you're going, and you are not in alignment with where they're going. And when you know the vision that you carry, you begin to realize that there is no way possible that everybody that start with me is going to continue with me if we're not in alignment when nobody sees us. If we're not in alignment, there's no way. So I can't get upset because somebody walks out of my life. I can't get upset because somebody disconnects from me. Because if they're not in alignment, then guess what? I don't need to waste any more of my time with people that are not in alignment with where I'm going. I don't need to do that, because what you're going to do is you're going to cause a delay on your vision. They're not causing the delay. You're causing the delay because you don't know how to say goodbye. When you are climbing a mountain, when you are trying to get to a certain level of success, when you are trying to get to certain productions in this world where you are producing your visions and you are bringing your visions to reality, you have to begin to understand that disconnections and separations are a part of it, just like connections are a part of it. Because the truth of the matter is, you're not trying to pull somebody to your destination. You're not trying to force someone to the direction you're trying to go. You have to understand that, guess what? If they do not willingly go, if they're not willingly in alignment, then they will either delay you, they will either cause stagnation, or they're going to disconnect. And if you're not willing to walk away from them, delay is your portion. It's your portion. I know it hurt. Choose your hurt. Do you want to hurt temporarily, or do you want to hurt permanently because you didn't fulfill what you said you wanted to fulfill for your life because you kept trying to hold on to people? You kept trying to hold on to people that were never in alignment with the direction that you were going. And so now you got to begin to deal with your inner self. What is it that is holding you back? What is it that you're dealing with internally that's literally causing you to have a problem with walking away from people, places, and things? You got to begin to ask yourself that. And this is where you begin to work on yourself. I want you to understand that building stage is so important, right? But before you can start building, you need to understand your vision. You need to understand what your vision requires. You need to understand, God bless you, woman of God. You need to start understanding the requirements of your vision. You need to start understanding what the sacrifices you're going to have to make when it comes to your vision. You need to start understanding who you need to be around when it comes to your vision. You need to do that. The only way you can do that, you got to understand it. The only way you can understand your vision, you have to dissect your vision. It says write the vision and make it plain. It's saying write the vision and dissect it. It's not just saying write the things that you want, write the vision that you see. No, you need to write it. You need to peel it apart, and you need to dissect it. What is required of me to produce this? What is required of me to produce this vision? Because there's something that's required of me. I need to understand that. For some of you, the requirement may be investing. The requirement may be saving. The requirement may be solitude. The requirement may be getting in different arenas and getting in different circles. The requirement may be disconnecting from one group of people, connecting to a new group of people. The requirement may be coming to the realization that you need to change your habits. These are things that you need to think about, because when you have made up in your mind that you are going to build and you are going to create and you are going to produce in the earth, you have to understand that transformation has to take place. And in order for transformation to take place, your mind has to be renewed. That means old things are passed away, behold, all things become new. That means, guess what? I don't care how good it sounded for you. I don't care how good it sounded for you. You need to be willing to renew your mind, because your way of thinking is why you are where you are right now. It's why you are right now. The way you think is why your money is where it is. The way you think is why your living arrangement is the way it is. The way you think is why your livelihood is the way it is. And if you want these things to change, you have to change your mindset. You have to be willing to change your mindset. And everybody's not willing to do that. If you're tired and you want more for your life, I want you to put in the chat, I'm willing to change my mind. Right? I'm willing to change my mind. Most people skip the vision stage. They'll say they got a vision, but they'll actually skip the dissecting of the vision. All right? Beautiful B said she's willing to change. She's willing to change her mind. I want you to understand. The minute you're willing to change your mind, you'll change your life. Rhea said, I'm willing to change my mind. The minute you change your mind, you will change your life. This is the thing, though. It's going to require disconnection because people that are used to you moving a certain kind of way, they're not going to understand it. They're not going to understand why now you've decided to change. Why now you're moving different. Because you no longer want your life to look the way it's been looking. That's why I want people to really ask themselves these questions. Why are you struggling in certain areas of your life that you see yourself better in, that you see yourself greater in, right? Why are you struggling in those areas? Why does it seem like there's a lot of conflict in those areas? Why does it seem like you can never come out of those areas? These are questions I want you to ask yourself. The reason why is because you're not willing to renew your mind. You're still operating with the same mind, expecting a different result. You're still expecting a different result with the same kind of mind. Your mindset is the reason you are in the situation you are in right now. You just got to admit it. You got to confess it. Confess out of your mouth, right? Confess out of your mouth so that you can understand that you have to do something different. Y'all go ahead and share this broadcast, share the broadcast, share the broadcast. All right, so watch this. Clarity about what you actually want, not what looks good, or what others expect of you, is where everything starts. Many of us have moved, and if you can agree, heart it up, talk to me in the chat. If you can agree, many of us have made our decisions based off of what we thought other people wanted for us. Many of us have made many of our decisions based off of what we thought other people wanted for us, and we've been living in misery. We've been feeling like something is missing because this is what everybody wanted. We wanted to please those around us. But then there's something else inside of you, screaming to come out of you. There's something else inside of you. And the whole time you've been trying to please people that don't even care. They don't even care, but you've been taught and you've been trained to be a people's pleaser. And some people have put fear in your heart and made you believe that this is the way that you were supposed to do it. But you know, God was giving you something else for your life. God was giving you something else for your life. And you've always felt like something was missing. And the minute you decide to do something else, guess what? Something's wrong. You fell off. You didn't fall off. You found yourself. You found yourself. Because the thing that we got to understand is once you dissect your vision, you gain clarity of what your vision is. That if anything is said, anything is done, anything is exposed to you that is not in alignment with your vision, you now know this is not matching the goal. I don't care what you say. You can't change what I'm producing for my life because that's what you want me to do. I've already figured out the vision that's for my life. This is another thing I want to help some of y'all with. Can I help y'all? Can I help you? Let me know if I can help you in the chat. And this might be an ouch moment for some of you. But I'm definitely gonna help you. I'm definitely if you want me to help you, put help me in the chat. Put help me in the chat. Y'all, thank you so much for the hearts. Let's heart up, heart up, heart up. Now, I want y'all to understand something. And this is where a lot of people get confused. Listen, you ain't gotta look at me crazy when I say what I'm about to say. All you gotta do is check your track record. All you gotta do is look at your past. That's it. Most people are in delay because their mindset is, okay? Their mindset is, I am waiting on God to tell me what to do next. I'm waiting on God to tell me. And this is when I realized, okay, we are allowing people to tell us how God moves instead of seeking his word for how he actually moves. Because if you understood that God gave you dominion and he gave you authority when he planted you in the earth, whoo, and he already gave you a manuscript of how you need to move. Why in the world, every single time a vision drops in you, you say, I'm waiting on God, and so you pause? The fact that he gave you the vision, he's telling you, I trust you to make the proper decisions to manifest this thing. And in the midst of him trusting you to manifest these visions, he's going to give you signs and wonders. He's going to show you during the process of your movement what you need to do through wisdom. I'm trying to help some of y'all. Because the only reason why you ain't moved is because you keep saying, I'm waiting on God. And God is like, bruh, God is like, are you for real? Do you not know my word? Do you not know my word? I gave you dominion and authority over this. Do you know what dominion is? Do you know what authority is? That means I trust you to take the lead. I trust you to be the human vessel in the earth to produce this thing, and you ain't on me? If you had to wait on God, God would have never gave it to you. I'm trying to help some of y'all because some of you trying to figure out why you stuck, why you stagnated, why your money is funny, why it seems like everything you touch keep folding, because the thing that you should be doing, you done gave it back to God when God gave it to you. I'm trying to help some of y'all. That's all I'm trying to do. Because some of you, you're questioning everybody else. I don't understand how they produce it. And I do this and I do that. Because you ain't doing the one thing that they crazy enough to do. And they're crazy enough to run with what God gave them the minute he gave it to them. That's why when I hear people say, I'm waiting on God, I'm waiting on God. If God didn't want you to do it, he would have never gave it to you. That's like saying that God worked out of order. God, we serve a God of decency and in order. If he did not want you to produce it, he would have never gave it to you. If he wanted you to wait 5 years, he would have gave it to you 5 years later. He gave it to you right now because he wants it to be produced. He wants you to start moving. He wants you to start putting it into motion. And you said, oh, well, I'm waiting. I'm trying to figure it out. No, you need to tap into your own creative ability because the creator created you to create. The creator, our creator created you to create. What are you doing? You got a paintbrush in your hand, you got the white canvas, and you are waiting for God to take your hand and paint. And God is saying, I put the paintbrush in your hand because you have the ability to paint. So can you please start painting? You're worried about the mistakes that you're going to make. Mistakes produce growth. Mistakes produce growth. You are not a perfect being. Okay? So guess what? Anything that you do that is new, you're going to what? Make mistakes, but they're actually growing pains. They're actually growing pains. You're saying that you're not going to start because it's not perfect, and then you get upset because somebody else is living what you said you were going to do because they were crazy enough to say, I know I'm not perfect, but I'm going to do it anyway because the vision came to me. The vision came to me. So what am I going to do? I'm going to begin to dissect the vision because I got it in my hands. I'm going to dissect it and then I'm going to run. Habakkuk 2 and 2, write the vision and make a plan. He that read it will run with it. It did not say hesitate. It didn't say read it over and over again. It said he that will read it will run. That means you're supposed to run. The minute God gave you the vision, you were supposed to run. Woo! Somebody say, I need to run. 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 What have I been doing? I've been sitting when I should have been running. I need to run. You need to run. You can have, literally, y'all, you can have the right strategy, right? And still sabotage everything. How many of you have created the strategy, gotten the strategy from a coach, a mentor, and still did not run the play? You sabotaged everything because you gave power to fear. You gave power to anxiety. You gave power to these lies that were creating your mind instead of just believing that you were worthy enough to produce this vision. Creating the life you want means outgrowing certain situations, environments, and relationships. Creating the life you want means outgrowing people. Creating the life you want means outgrowing your old self. You're not supposed to stay the same. You were never supposed to stay the same. You were always supposed to transform. Always. You cannot keep moving the same way you've been moving and expecting something different. You got to be willing to get uncomfortable. Some of y'all, right now, I want y'all to put in chat. I want y'all to talk back to me, okay? What do you think your biggest hindrance is when it comes to producing the vision that you know God gave you? What do you think your hindrance is? Put it in the chat, y'all. Put it in the chat. What do you think it is? Put it in the chat, y'all. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. What do you think it is? Talk to me. What do you think your biggest hindrance is to producing a vision that God has given you? What do you think it is? And this could be for your business. This could be for the book you're supposed to write. This could be for your ministry. What do you think it is that's holding you back the most? What do you think it is? Put it in the chat, y'all. Let's talk. Let's talk about this. What do you think your biggest hindrance is when it comes to manifesting this vision that God has given you, that you cannot shake, that you cannot throw away? Why do you feel like you are not living in it? Why do you feel that it is not manifested yet? Why do you think that? What is hindering you the most? Don't feel shame. Don't feel shame. What do you feel like is hindering you the most from manifesting this thing in the earth? Because that is a key pointer, right? Rhea said, not prioritizing investing in myself at the right time. I procrastinate because of always looking at the familiarity in my environment or the past. Okay, that's good. That's good. Anybody else? Anybody else? What is your hindrance? What's really hindering you from manifesting this thing that you said God gave you, which is your vision? Because I want you to understand, your vision is the key to your abundance. Your vision is the opportunity that you've been waiting for. How you use and move in your vision, that's up to you. That's up to you. And that's the problem. The truth of the matter is, your biggest hindrance is yourself. That's your hindrance. Your biggest hindrance in creating something in the earth, producing your vision in the earth, is you. It's always been you. You have been hindering yourself. And once you realize it's not the people, it's not your environment, it's not your lack of money, it's you. It's you. You're not willing to evolve, do something different to get this very thing that God has placed in your hand. It's going to be different. It is going to be uncomfortable. But if you trust the process, it's going to change your life for the good. But you have to be willing to do something different. You have to be willing to get uncomfortable. That's what you got to be willing to do. You got to be willing to do something that you are not currently doing. And you have to say to yourself, I'm willing to get out of my way in this season so that I can get something that's driving me crazy in my head. Because it ain't going nowhere. You keep seeing it in your mind, but you're ready to touch it. You're ready to physically experience it. But you got to be willing to move differently. Then you want to check who's in your circle. Who's in your circle? Who's in your circle? You want to check who's in your circle. You want to check who's in your circle. And a lot of times people will say, you know, I need people in my circle that's going to pray for me. You know, I've come to realization, and I say this all the time, prayer is nothing but conversation with God. Prayer just means you know how to run your mouth with God. That's what it means. But the thing about that is somebody can say that they're praying for you, but they don't even believe in you. So when they're praying, even if they was to pray for you, their heart is in unbelief. So their mouth is saying one thing, their heart is saying another, and God judges us based off our heart. You need people in your circle where their actions speak louder than their words. So their actions speak louder than their prayers. Oh, I'm trying to help y'all. You need people where their actions speak louder than their prayers. Because I don't know what you're praying. And then even if you pray in front of me, I don't know what your heart is saying. But if your actions are in alignment with what I've revealed to you, your actions is telling me whether or not you believe. Just like my actions are telling me if I really believe. Some of you want to believe in your vision, but because of your current situation, you battle with believing in your vision. That's why you question your investments. You question your movements. You're stagnated with certain things. You go back and say, well, I got to pray about it. You've already prayed about it. You having to go and pray about it again is you doubting it. You're doubting it. If you've already prayed, what are you praying for again? How many times are you going to have to go back and pray about something that you already prayed about, and now God has brought it to you, and now you got to go back to him and talk? Like, you're going to miss out on what he's doing because you have a problem trusting him fully. And this is something you have to admit to yourself. Wow. I have more trust in my lack. I have more trust in my surrounding. I have more trust in my situation than I do in God and in myself, because maybe I don't believe that I have the capacity to even do these things. And maybe that's why I'm not moving. And maybe that's why I'm waiting, because the truth is I don't trust myself. And if that is the case, it is very important to be honest about that to you and then do it anyway. Why are you doing it anyway? Because your roadblock is you. Your roadblock is fear. Your roadblock is doubt. Your roadblock is anxiety. So you do it anyway. And you do it anyway because not doing it never gets you anywhere. So you do it anyway, afraid. You do it anyway, doubting. You do it anyway with anxiety. You do it anyway. Somebody said, I just got to do it anyway. I need to do it anyway. Because if I do it anyway, I have a better chance at manifesting the very thing that God keep revealing to me. So let me just do it anyway. Somebody said, I just got to do it anyway. I have to stop being hesitation in my own life. Because the thing is, you get your nails done when you want your nails done. You get your hair done when you want your hair done. You get some shoes when you want shoes. You get food when you want food. You do all those things. But when it comes to your vision, you got every excuse. You got every excuse when it comes to your vision. Why is that? Because your vision is the key to prayers you've been praying. Your vision is the key to your greater. Your vision is the key to your next level financially in life. And so now your enemy becomes you. Not only do you need to pay attention to who's in your circle, you need to make a decision of who you need to eliminate out of your circle, remove from your circle, and you also need to remove your old self. Because your old self don't mean you no good. You know, when I'm helping entrepreneurs, that's why I love what I do, because I love God. So me being an entrepreneur, and when I work with entrepreneurs, I can bring God in the midst, and I really don't care what people say, right? Because even if I'm working with you and I'm implementing God and you like, why you do that or whatever, it don't matter. Like either you want help or you don't. But when I'm working with entrepreneurs, I want you to understand something. And this is true. This is what most people don't know. All this stuff is mental. It's mental. You're limiting yourself. You don't understand your value. You don't understand your worth because something in you is limiting you. And you got in your mind, ain't nobody going to pay for that. But there are many of people that will pay for your service at the value in which you deserve. The problem is, if you're not used to being around people that will pay that, you're going to miss it. You might be used to complainers. You might be used to people that make an excuse. Well, you got to say, that's my old self. My new self, I'm going to attract people that see value when they see me. You got to say that to yourself. And you got to be honest with yourself. And if there are certain changes that you need to make in your life, make those changes. Make those changes. Because you can't expect somebody to respect your vision and you don't respect it. You can't expect somebody to believe in your vision and you don't believe in it. You can't expect somebody to work in your vision with the spirit of excellence and you not working your vision with the spirit of excellence. Make this stuff make sense. And then you can't have the mindset, if you can work somebody else's vision with the spirit of excellence and you don't work your own vision with the spirit of excellence, you're disrespecting your own vision. And you got more respect for somebody else and their vision than you do for yourself. That is childhood trauma. That is something that you dealt with as a child, and that is your enemy. That is the enemy that you're battling with. And you're not just battling with them, that enemy, that version of you in a business. You're battling with that version of you in relationships. You're battling with that version of you with your children. That is your battle. That's who you up against. And what you got to do is you got to be willing to renew your mind, become somebody completely different, unrecognizable to defeat them. And you got to do it anyway. You got to have that mindset where you're going to do it anyway. Because if you got the mindset you're going to do it anyway, what's going to happen? You're going to see different results and you're going to experience a different life. You're going to experience a better life. Am I helping y'all? Am I helping y'all? You're going to receive a better life, okay? A better life. So, we talked about 3 things. Vision before action, right? The beliefs running in the background, and who's in your circle. Those are things that really matter, and they're very important. I wanted to get on here and I want to encourage y'all. I'm Coach Tamara Lachey for Increased Marketing and Consulting, where we bring visions to reality through graphic design, brand strategy and development, business strategy and development, coaching, and client representation. I'm determined to help as many people as I possibly can when it comes to your vision. I help bring visions to reality. That's what I do. I love what I do. God has anointed me for it. But the thing I want you to understand is I can't make you move. I can't make you shift. That is something that you have to do on your own. All right. Something you have to do on your own. If you're saying to yourself, you are ready to take it more serious, you're ready to go to that next level, I have a few things for you. I have what is called Thrive. Thrive is $37 a month. This is for you that are new in vision, new as an entrepreneur, and you need to set the correct foundation for your business. It's $37 a month. Like, should it be worth way more than that? Of course. Right? We meet every first and third Monday nights on Zoom at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to join, you can go to increaseglobal.net, go under communities. That's all you got to do. Go under communities and you can join for $37 a month. Go under communities at increaseglobal.net. All right? If you are saying to yourself, your business is well established and you're ready to go to another financial level in your business, we have what is called the strategy room. The strategy room is where we meet Monday mornings, Friday mornings, 8 a.m. We're actually going to pick another time as well for those that cannot meet at 8 a.m. But you can do that. You can join that. Now that's you got to fill some information out with that because I want to make sure that you're ready for that. Okay. And so if you're interested in that, DM me, go to our website and message us, and we'll get that information over to you for the strategy room. And if you're saying you're ready to build your brand so that you can get results, or you need coaching, you need to schedule a consultation with me today. If you're interested in scheduling a consultation, all you got to do is DM me on any social media platform or go into our website and message us there. That's all you got to do. If you're ready to schedule a consultation today, that's all you have to do. All right. You all, again, I'm Coach Tamara Lachey. And of course, if you have not registered for Cried and Heal, whether it's virtual or in person, you can go to tamaralachey.com so that you can go ahead and secure your seat for Cried and Heal. That's going to be June 5th, June 6th. You all, I love each and every one of you. I pray that today is a blessed day. Make it all that you want it to be. Be intentional about your day, but also know disruption and dysfunction follows intention. But it cannot stop you. The only thing that can stop you is you. Remember that. You all go out there and be great today. Until next time, I'm Coach Tamara Lachey.